Hi, I'm Mark Radebush, founder and CEO of Inspiring Workplace. I'm here because I feel frustrated when I see talent and energy being wasted on defensive reactions, and I know they could be spent productively. You know what I mean. For example, the product and marketing teams are blaming each other again and missing opportunities to cooperate and innovate. Or people are setting easy goals because they're afraid to fail, and they're losing touch with their personal drive and with the company's mission. Over the next 5 minutes, I'll show you why this frustration is not something you should just shrug off or get used to. I'll explain why, in fact, it's a valuable clue to what's possible in your workplace and a good starting point if you want to improve your culture. To achieve this, first we'll run a short thought experiment and then consider some of the lessons about culture that have been learned in recent years. Sound good? The purpose of the thought experiment is to recall the power of expectations. Think of the last time you walked into a company with great customer service, say a Trader Joe's or Nordstrom's. What mood did you expect to find? What behaviors did you expect to see? What do you think it would be like to work there for a week? Would you be drained or energized? Likely to learn something new or bored? Now instead, think about your expectations for the average growing company as it moves beyond the startup stage and begins to formalize its systems and processes. Most of us would expect such a company to grow more and more impersonal with time, and to see people begin to blame and manipulate each other. We might even expect the original purpose of the company to be fading from memory, and for the focus now to be on making money and making sure that some people, those in power, get ahead. You don't have to read Dilbert or see The Office to know the stereotype I'm talking about. It's an almost universal story about business. Is this the way it has to be? No! Southwest Airlines, Whole Foods, Zappos, Google, Caterpillar, the list goes on of companies that are known for being great places to work and that have deliberately invested in staying that way. So try this on for size. Imagine that at work, when you're frustrated or disappointed by all that wasted energy, that in fact you are onto something and there is a better way. What you're likely onto is a negative, self-reinforcing dynamic that's been largely overlooked or has been taken for granted. For example, in many workplaces, the belief everybody pads their budgets around here leads to people defending themselves from arbitrary budget cuts by, well, padding their budgets. As long as the problem is seen as inevitable and out there, the behavior continues. However, when people see their role in perpetuating the problem and can choose to do something different, new possibilities appear. The dynamic could even turn around. You could hear people proudly declaring, "We don't pad our budgets around here," and a prospective employee being impressed by that. The truth is, we know a lot now about how to shape an authentic and positive culture. Over the last 10 years, cutting-edge corporations have invested hundreds of millions of dollars in culture. Theories have been tested, practical approaches have been refined and revised. Off-the-shelf training is much less prominent than it used to be. Coaching to catalyze individual and team mastery has been shown to work better. Cynicism used to be cool, but now enthusiasm and intrinsic motivation are what's hot. So what if creating an inspiring workplace were not some kind of black magic? What if there were a reliable and affordable way to achieve culture breakthroughs? Imagine if people in your workplace were not routinely defensive, and if the dominant mood were gratitude and enthusiasm. What if you genuinely trusted your colleagues and felt they had your back? What risks would you be willing to take then? What would your company be able to achieve? If this possibility interests you, then we should talk. Inspiring Workplace is all about achieving such results reliably and affordably. Take advantage of the resources on this site and contact us so we can discuss the specifics of your situation. You can count on Inspiring Workplace because we're deeply committed. We believe that only inspiring workplaces can achieve the high levels of creativity, innovation, and resilience that we need to address the urgent problems of this century. So if you have an important mission and need to scale up rapidly while staying true to your values, contact us. Our goal is for every company that wants to stay inspiring as it grows to have what it needs to succeed.